Now let's discuss your final paper. This paper is due at the end of week 5 on the last day of class. The body of your final paper should be between 10 and 12 pages double-spaced. This page count does not include the title page or the reference pages. The paper should be free of spelling and grammar errors and use proper APA citations within the text and the reference page. In addition, make sure you have at least 6 scholarly sources, including the Viatti and Copy textbook and the 2012 National Intelligence Council report, Global Trends 2030 Alternative Worlds booklet. Be sure to address all of the components listed in the assignment. You will find these under the final paper assignment link in week 5. I also want to strongly encourage students to read the assignment grading rubric found under the final paper tab in the left-hand navigation bar. This rubric is invaluable because it explains how the final paper will be graded. I also strongly urge you to complete an early rough draft and have the Ashford Writing Center review your work and provide tips on how to improve your paper before you turn it in. In the final paper, you will play the role of a special presidential representative tasked with analyzing future scenarios for the White House. In this paper, you will explain and analyze one of the scenarios found in the Global Trends 2030 Alternative Worlds and its implications for the United States. The scenario you cover should be based on the outline you created in week 3. Remember to use the outline you made in week 3. On pages 10 to 11 of the Student Course Guide and under the Final Paper tab in the left-hand navigation bar area is a list of 6 sections or points that should be found in your paper. These 6 sections or points are also found in this instructional guidance under the paper structure. Remember to use the outline you made in week 3 heading found in the instructional guidance for week 5. I think by now that you should be aware that you should use the outline that you made in week 3 in order to help you complete this assignment. These 6 sections or points should also strongly overlap with your week 3 outline, of course, which was your second paper assignment. Once again, remember that your outline from week 3 should be used to organize your paper and meet the requirements of both the grading rubric for the final paper assignment and these 6 sections. The reason why I've repeated that point several times is because in the past I've had students who did not. And so I make it a point that students understand that this is a culmination of things, that we work toward completing this final paper, and that outline that you did was one step along the way. Some students, for some reason, seem to forget that or not be able to connect it, and I just wanted to make sure that you all were aware of this. Finally, make sure that you examine the section under the bold-faced heading, Tips and Advice for Creating Your Final Paper, found under the instructional guidance for week 5. This section includes a list of very important reminders, tips, and suggestions for completing each part of the paper. I strongly urge you to review it and the assignment grading rubric for the final paper. Once again, to finish out, make sure you check this out. The bold-faced heading, Tips and Advice for Creating Your Final Paper, which is found under the instructional guidance for week 5. This will really help you get through every part of the final paper. It has tips for every part. And also check out the assignment grading rubric. It will give you an idea of what I am looking for when I grade your paper. Finally, if you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck.